Welcome to this session on the Power Pack for Advanced Steel, and we're taking a look at the Helical Creation Tools available, in particular the Helical Folded Plate tool. So we're in Advanced Steel and we have the Power Pack installed from GRAITEC, and we're just going to take a look at one of the tools here under the Spiral and Helical tools available, and this is the Helical Folded Plate. You can see an example of this on the screen in front of you already. So this can be used in the form of a helical stair, so where the bottom radius is different to the top radius when you actually form a helical shape object. So obviously you have to have some setting out in place. Apologies for that, but that's the way the system works. We need some 2D CAD setting out. You need to work out your geometry, where you're coming from and to, etc. This is fairly normal. But once you have that in place, it's quite easy to use this tool. So if we pick the center point of the stair as we see at the command prompt, then we can see we're coming out to the start radius. So in this case, this is this point 2 here, which is the outer diameter of the helical shape. And then next we need to put the end radius. So I actually want to pull it in to another radius line here at this point 3 that I've indicated on the stair. The next point that you would select is obviously point 4. But if you can see, if I just move slightly, you can see that the rotation of the shape is a full shape. So it's a full 1 turn cycle. And you'll notice that the command line, there's an option to control the number of rotations, the rotation height and the rotation direction. So if we come in here first of all, and we're just going to go into the direction by typing D on the keyboard and enter. And if we go anti-clockwise and set that, and then we actually want to go to the number of rotations. So I'm actually going to type N on the keyboard and enter, and then I'm going to put in a figure here, 504. And this is a calculated figure that I worked out using the angle of rotation for the stair, based upon obviously the setting out criteria that I would use for the helical stair. So the number of treads, the number of goings, obviously the mean spacing, etc. So if I put that in there, enter that. Now you can see that the line has changed. So now I'm going to pick my point 4 to determine the height of the stair. So I'm just going to zoom in and pick this end point here. I'm then prompted to put in the number of points to construct the helical from. So I'm actually going to increase that to 60 and press enter for that. I'm now going to define the actual vertical depth of the plate. So I'm putting 300 in there. So we can see with that, it obviously created the form of that based upon those points. So you can see that it came from point 2 here. It obviously went to diameter, the next diameter in, which was our point 3, and obviously it's gone to the height here. Obviously I use the setting out for that. If you want to move the object afterwards, you can move it quite quickly just using the AutoCAD move tool. You can pick it down. So maybe I want this to be 20 millimeters above my toe position for my first tread, which is here. So there you can see that quite quickly you can create the 2 elements needed using the Power Pack tool for a helical folded plate. The other elements in here work the same. This is a poly beam and a straight beam, so I'll create a straight beam section. This will create it as a poly beam section. So I create it as one continuous beam. You follow the same process and the same selection method to work with these various tools here within this segment of the Power Pack ribbon.